You're familiar with this mall.
I've saved a person here.
Suffolk County Police Officer Matt Siesto knew the massive parking lot at Center Each Mall was a common stop for heroin addicts.
Either unconscious or passed out behind the wheel. You'll see them shooting up.
In early October 2012, Officer Siesto was parked outside Walmart.
And a 911 call came in for a woman overdosing in a pickup truck.
That girl was 19-year-old Nikki Lee Mata, and she was overdosing near Modell's.
Blue lips, blue tinged on the face. Her body just wasn't working. It was dying.
This is 911, ma'am.
Since 2012, Suffolk County has saved more than 250 heroin addicts from fatal overdoses, thanks to the miracle of a drug called naloxone, known as Narcan.
It reverses the opiate overdose on the brainstem, which then increases breathing.
How long can a patient not be breathing before the brain damage?
Approximately 3 minutes.
So I gave her a dose of Narcan in one nostril and the other half a dose in her other nostril.
Nikki Mata survived, but was overdosing again less than 30 days later. The same officer was called, this time to her mother's house.
And then I woke up and he said, how many times do you think I can keep saving you? And then I said, nobody keeps telling you to save me.
What seems like an ungrateful response came from a tortured, confused 19-year-old.
When I was 19, I got hepatitis C.
That came from sharing dirty needles. Mata's parents had divorced when she was very young, and Mata lived with her father in Hauppauge until he died of a massive heart attack when she was 10.
He was at like all my baseball games. He was, you know, he's the best dad really in the world.
So she moved in with her mother, who worked 2 jobs, and her mom's boyfriend, who Nikki says left pills laying around and crack cocaine. Mata tried a painkiller.
Once I did it one time, I didn't feel like, you know, anxiety or fear, or I didn't feel anything.
Nikki graduated to heroin. Her mom's insurance wouldn't pay for long-term rehab, and Nikki wasn't much interested anyway.
I sent her to a place in South Carolina. She escaped.
When Nikki Mata hit rock bottom down south last November, homeless and out in the cold, 2 friends that she'd met at motorcycle school in Orlando, Florida, picked her up and took her to Georgia.
How long have you been clean?
Since November 28th.
2013?
Yeah.
Almost a year?
Almost a year, yeah.
Is that very hard when you've been addicted to heroin and so many other drugs?
It was so hard. Like, from 30 days to just feeling okay, to 3 months convincing myself that I'm still not obsessed with it.
In March, Nikki Mata, who learned to fix dirt bikes as a kid, got a job at the Yamaha Motor Corporation in Noonan, Georgia. She started out on the assembly line.
Last month, I was a regular factory worker. This month, I'm halfway to be an engineer. These people actually, you know, respect me, and I love where I work. Like, I wake up in the morning, I love going to work.
In September, Nikki sent an email to the Suffolk County Police Department seeking to contact the man who saved her life twice.
I'm coming for Christmas, and my biggest hope is to see Officer Matthew Siesto and show him the person that I've become.
Definitely my angel, yeah, he saved me. I owe him everything.
Do you recognize her?
Yes. Wow, look at her. She's all cleaned up.
I just wish I wasn't, you know, the way I was. You know, how he remembers me is just terrible.
If you could say something to Officer Siesto, what would you say?
I love him, and I thank him, and I was sorry, yeah.
Officer Siesto told us he'd like to see the new Nikki Mata, and Pix 11 offered to fly him down to Georgia so he could.
Well, my aunt was like, you need to get one of those angel pins and give it to him when you go see him, because that's exactly what he is to you.
Did you get the pin?
Not yet. I figure when I go out there around Christmas time, right?
We have someone to meet.
Oh my gosh. Really? How are you?
How are you?
I'm amazing.
Come on.
I'm so good.
Looks like you're doing very well for yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing so good.
You said you didn't remember what he looked like.
No, I
So
didn't.
here I am. So Channel 11 and the department made it possible for me to come out here because of how well you're doing and how you're a figure for what's going on out there for the recovery. So that's why I'm here. And because you're doing so well, look at this place, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I know, I'm doing so good. I have an amazing job, I got a car, an apartment, And like, you know, I'm happy. I believe in something.
She told the officer about her job at Yamaha.
I get to build like golf carts and quads that don't get released till like 2018.
There were serious moments about the years she was using.
I was with this guy that always had it a couple months ago. I was still obsessed with it.
But Nikki Mata received some positive news recently about her liver, which was damaged by Hep C.
And she said, I have good news. Your hepatitis went from chronic to acute and that it'll heal itself.
You feel healthy now?
Yeah, I feel amazing now.
And you working out?
Yeah, I work out, I work all day, and I sleep good.
After a visit to the Waffle House,
I get a discount here.
it was time to say goodbye for now.
I'll see you later.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, you're more than welcome. I'll see you on Christmas.
Okay.
The next morning, Nikki Lee Mata was heading to work.
I just want back my happiness. I wanted to be a normal person. I wake up and like I love to go to my job. I love who I am today.
And Nikki texted me today that she was very excited about the story and that her family is so proud of her. She's going to watch online. Meantime, Officer Siesto took some more heroin off the streets this morning. He arrested 3 people in Center Reach. They're accused of stealing money from a laundromat to score the drugs. And Center Reach is the same place where he saved Nikki the first time, Tamsin and John.
Mary, we're sitting here with tears in our eyes. I mean, I'm so proud of her, first of all. She's incredible. She's so young to have gone through so much. Did she go through rehab in order to get clean?
She had gone to some rehabs, and they never really took. She actually, at one point, was at a sober house in the South, and the girls there used to read the Bible to her, and she didn't quite relate, but then she kind of heard what they said. At one point, one of them turned to her and said, Nikki, you have God around you. So she got very spiritual, and she has a Bible on either end of her bed in Georgia.